Evening. Today I will be talking about P Square. Yeah, Paul and Peter. Yeah, this is another episode of the YouTube channel. Like I said, I'm only trying to encourage ourselves, you and I, who is actually watching me and is actually giving up building a brand because of the difficulty we are actually facing. It could be monetary, it could be whatever the situation is. I love P Square a lot far back when I was in jazz, when they attended Semarumba and all of that. I used to admire them. Yeah, even till date, I love them because I know how the whole story started. I remember their song, I have a story. These are my story. Yeah. Yeah, they say, from one competition to another. My mama used to tell us not to bother because would they play, would they sing, would they dance for the same shows or at the same time, you know? And you hear one part who said, 12 years ago when we started dancing, imitating Minnie Michael Jackson, they used to call us Paul and Peter. We realized, say, P Square better, right? So I want to talk about P Square today and who were they before the fame? Did they really have challenges? Were they actually from a very, very rich family? Yeah, I know I ate part of their bread when I was in Jos, Twins Bread, right? I be Twins Bakery. I don't know, I can't remember the name. That shows that their father was actually a consistent businessman and they took over the father and they built over it, right? I'm sure when we have the opportunity to ask them stories on how they got to the level where they are today, they will tell us a lot of things about them, right? Now, from what I felt they did, this one has no really any research, and then I didn't come up with any facts to actually look at it. But I think one of the things that actually helped them, they were cute guys, identical twins, and they actually dance at the same level. They do things together, and they were like, I think their performance inspired by international art and creating music rooted in African sounds. From what I felt, like I said, and then the combination actually made them immediately recognizable, all right? And then one of the things again that I felt that helped them a lot, hard work, yes, which I'll still go further to talk about it. They invested heavily in performance, long before elaborating stage production become common in Africa. Pop music, P Square focus on, now when it was not that common, popular, like you have to go on stage production and all of that, it was not common like the way it is now. But precisely there were things they did. Choreography. I saw them. I think there was a time I passed and I saw something around the San Marumba basketball. But I was still very young and they have this energy. God damn it. From the dance, boom, 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 boom. They are shaking, shaking. When they are dancing, you will know, more. These people get energy, then they dance. No be Chere Cambia or anything. Those guys, they dance, all right? And they have strong audience engagement. I don't see them for traffic light. Then they dance, they share their CDs, they sell. Hard work. You understand? Hard work. So there's no way we can create brand without hard work. Consistency. Well, one of the things again that I felt helped them, mind you, this research is based on what I think. I may be wrong, all right? One of the things that actually they created memorable visuals, like P Square consistently released published music videos, it was thematic storytelling, like the story I told you about. Oh man, should we talk about their fashion, their sense of fashion? God damn it. And anytime when I see my girl, they talk about P Square, that time I go tell her and say, I beg. No, they go there. These ones now, Papa. And When they started making this money, they invested on their luxury cars, modern settings, high production values. All right. Yeah. Now I started my YouTube channel on a low. I don't even have a very good camera. But that doesn't really mean that I will not start from somewhere, right? Here I'm starting from somewhere, and I know I would develop and build it over time. So you see, these are part of the things that actually help them. At the time when music television channel like MTV Base Africa had growing influence, this visual helped elevate their image across the continent. Thank God to MTV Base. But mind you, they didn't just go into the MTV Base just like that. They work hard through hard work to get in there. They made accessible music. Their music was not out of the blues. Rather than targeting only one market, they created songs that appealed across Africa by blending Afrobeat, R&B, pop, and dance. This is a combination. So we need versatility whenever we're trying to do anything. Hits like, I remember, Busybody, personally, personally, no one like you. That's R&B, you understand, popularly in so many countries. All right. And one thing again that I admire so much about these young guys, do you know what that is? They stayed consistent. They were consistent. Consistently, they were everywhere. For years, fans could rely on, regular album release, music videos, tours, television appearances, award show performances. Consistency reinforced trust in the brand. So this consistency is something that it's hard, terribly hard. I know. You must not tell me. If hunger, fire, or small, we go forget saying man with the pursue brand. But then we have to keep pushing. I am also one, and we need to keep pushing in one way or the other, anyhow. And then they built their own businesses. So they didn't just rely on one source of income, okay? They built their businesses, working closely with their elder brother Jude Okoye, and he managed them in many aspects of their career professionally, so including production, marketing, touring, distribution, brand partnership. This gave them greater control over their image and revenue. You understand? And then they expanded beyond Nigeria. But then we don't need to look at the expansion now, but it's actually very good for us to talk about, okay? Instead of thinking only locally, Psquare, toured extensively across West Africa, East Africa, South Africa, Europe, and even part of North America. You understand? And then this broadened their fan base and made Psquare name recognizable internationally. But we don't need to pay much attention on that aspect yet, and with time we would actually look at it. And then they embrace collaborations. Some of us don't even want to collaborate. We never reach anywhere we don't get small pride. Yeah, they engage with the Rick Ross, like some beautiful Onye and all of that. So there was a global visibility from their own ends. But I think we don't need to go far on that. And they built an inspiration